I sent in a couple of books to the Dave Given signing with CGC. Well, I just got the order back, so let's open this up and find out how I did. Welcome back, comic book fans. It's Rusty again with Collector Auctions, and today I've got a special CGC unboxing video for you. I just got this back in. 5 minutes before I went to work, they dropped this off. FedEx came to the door and dropped it off, and I didn't have a chance to open it and do the filming. So I had to wait the whole day to get back home, to get cleaned up, get ready to do this right here. I can't wait to get in here. In this box, I have got a couple books that I sent in to the Dave Gibbon signing with CGC. Now, I had sent in a couple of books a couple years ago to CBCS for their Dave Gibbon signing, and I actually had a sketch done on one of those books. I sent in 2 Watchmen #1s, and I got really good grades. I got a 9.6 on one, and then on the one that got the sketch, I ended up with a 9.4. That was a little bit disappointing. I would have loved to have that sketch on the better grade, but I only sent it into CBCS because, well, they were having the signing, and at that point, you couldn't send in any previously signed books to CGC, so that was my only option. But here, just recently, they announced they were doing a signing with Dave Gibbons at CGC, so I ended up sending in a couple of comics that I have recently picked up at a couple of local comic book cons. So I'm going to find the knife, and we're going to sit down, we're going to open this up and find out what grades they are. I have not looked ahead of time. I just checked the shipping to make sure they were coming in. So I don't know what the grades are. I'm hoping for the best, but you never know with CGC. It's funny, these days you're seeing everybody getting 9.9s and 10s now on every one of their books. And I don't know. My last one was a Wolverine #1 from the limited series that only got a 9.4, where I felt like it should have been a 9.6. So I'm very nervous about this right now. But as I said, I've got the knife right here. I'm ready to go. But before I open up this box, definitely hit that like, slap the subscribe, and click on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the episodes that I put out each and every week at 10 a.m. All right, guys, here's the knife. Let's get into this box right now. All right. And I've talked about this before. When you only send in a couple of books, they send it back into these really nice, sturdy literature-style boxes. They are really sturdy. I love sending out my comics when I sell some of my CG slabs, especially ones that I send overseas. I will end up using these literature-style boxes. They are very secure. All right. You can't see me opening the box, but I just opened up the box right there, and here we go. I'll show you there it is, bubble wrapped with the cardboard around it, with a protective rubber band, of course. All right, I'm going to set the box down. I still cannot see the grades, but I'm going to take the bubble wrap off and do all this without looking. We'll take that rubber band off. You got the rubber band right there. And I'm just going to kind of peek down to see. Yep. All right. I think I've got them. All right. I've got them turned over so I can't see the grades. So let's start with the first book that I sent in for Dave Gibbons to sign. Now, I did not pay for a sketch on these. These are just going to be signatures. But we'll see how we did. All right. We've got Watchmen #1. And you see Dave Gibbons' signature right there right above the smiley face. And got the yellow label right there, which is all good. All right, let's do the grade reveal. Well, let me talk about the book just for a moment. I picked this up at a little Comic-Con in Hagerstown, Maryland. It's called the 4-State Comic-Con. And in that episode, this is the only expensive book I picked up from that whole con. This is the book that the dealer got upset with me because I lowballed him, which really, I actually paid more for that book than, even when I offered more than I felt like it was worth. I felt like it was probably $20 more, but I made the offer, and I think he was just so personally offended by my offer that he just walked away. Well, I ended up saying, what do you want for it? And he came back and he literally went up $5. And I think he was still upset because he just took the money and walked away. But this was a really nice book. I don't think it was going to hit a 9.8. It was going to be close. I hope it doesn't drop down to a 9.4. But so I'm hoping for at least a 9.6 on this. So let's see how we did. We got that 9.4. Man, this is a tough book. You've got that big black cover on the back that is unforgiving. I'll have to definitely check out the grader's notes to see what I missed on this. As I said, I didn't think it was a 9.8 definitely, but I felt like it really could have come out as a 9.6. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed in this, but on the other hand, it is a really nice collectible, even a 9.4. 9.4 is still that near mint minus in that range, so it's still really nice, just not exactly where I wanted it. But not a horrible start, but not the start that I really wanted on this. And it seems like that's been my recent luck with CGC with some of the older books right now, is that maybe I'm over inflating what I think the books are. Maybe I got some rose-filled colored glasses with what I think I can do in the shop and to get these up right now. I don't know, but that is a little disappointing. Now, the second book right here is not exactly a comic book, but it is very Watchmen related. And I saw this at it was a dealer at the Big Lick Comic-Con in Northern Virginia a few months ago. It is Amazing Heroes number 97. And this came out right before Watchmen came out. So this was one of those first appearance kind of books right here. And if you read the book, it's a big interview in there with Dave Gibbons and Alan Moore. And I always love this group shot. That's one thing you don't get in the Watchmen, is a big group shot really at all. And I always love this illustration. And I love the fact that the comedian actually has his mask on, full mask on, where you don't see it too much in the comic, but it is here on the cover. I think that was always pretty cool. So you see his signature right up here in silver. And again, this is not a 9.8, but I felt like it was really good. And if I had my guess at this point, it's probably going to be at least a 9.4. Well, it's going to be in that 9.4 range. I don't think it's going to hit a 9.6, just the way things are going, but I could always be surprised. But I don't know, prepare for the worst, I suppose. Okay, let's see what the grade is. Oh my God, wow. That is surprising, because this is a really thick magazine compared to a comic book. I mean, it's not super thick, but it is not magazine thick. Man, that is really good. And this is something I don't find a lot. I really haven't checked the census, but when I started looking up values on this, when I sent it into CGC to put insurance on this, I wasn't sure what to value this, because I couldn't find any recent sales on this. But man, actually his signature looks really good. Let's see if I can get that a little closer. It's actually really striking on there. Man, that is really nice. And I'm super happy with a 9.6 on this. Again, I didn't think it would hit a 9.8. There was just a little bit of wear around the spine that I just felt like it would knock it down. And after that Watchmen number 1, I kind of figured this would drop down even more to at least a 9.4, if not below that, to be honest. Just, they've been rough on me on the last few orders. But man, super happy to have this at a 9.6. I don't know anybody who has something like that. That right there would be interesting. I'm going to have to do a little research on the census to see how many Amazing Heroes number 97s are out there. Again, this came out before Watchmen number 1 came out. But guys, you've got to let me know in the comment section, what do you think of the books here? How do you think I did? Did you send anything into the CGC signing with Dave Gibbons? You'll have to let me know. Just leave me a comment in the comment section below. And guys, that is it. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely check out my next episode. I hope to see you there. We do live chats every day that we're on Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. like I said. So definitely join in live and you can have a chat with me and some of the other fans. Definitely have a good time. So guys, have a great day. And remember, every comic has a story.